I talked a little bit earlier about the importance of educational exchange and internationalization of education as a tool of diplomacy. Alan mentioned the trip to Burma. Frankly, on the one hand, you could think of that as a, well, in the narrow sense, as a sort of recruiting mission, a scouting mission to explore possibilities for educational linkages. We saw it as the beginning of a sustained effort to normalize relations with a country with whom we hadn't had relations for many, many, many years. And it's so interesting that my colleague, Assistant Secretary Stock, when she was there right after Alan's visit, was told by the ambassador that she was there right after a college fair had just left town, which was the first college fair there in well, anyone's memory, was that even 2 months ago, such a fair wouldn't have been possible. So the takeaway for us is, you as universities are the real trailblazers. It's not the diplomats, it's what America has to offer. And that, more and more, countries around the world see as education. They want American education. So you really are in the front lines of expanding our ability to have productive, peaceful, stabilizing relations with the rest of the world. Another example, again, that Alan and IIE and many of you were instrumental in, was the expansion of the Fulbright program in Libya. And again, the exploration of institutional linkages between higher education institutions in Libya and the United States. So when Secretary Clinton announced the resumption of the Fulbright program in Libya in 2012, for I think 20 spaces, there were over 1,000 applicants. So I don't know what that comes to. What is it, 200 for every one? No, I'm bad at math, but hundreds for every one space. An area that I have a lot of experience in, which is Iraq, you know, it's fascinating to me, having been in Iraq when we were, when our presence was 99% military and 1% civilian, to when our presence there, and also served there when our presence was a majority civilian and less military. Again, the power of education to transform that relationship. And so that now, again, the Fulbright program in Iraq is one of our largest in the world. But more importantly, the Prime Minister of Iraq is spending $1 billion, or has committed $1 billion a year to sending Iraqi students to the United States at government expense. Nothing is going to normalize relations better and faster and deeper and more effectively than that program. And you know, it's amazing, when I was in Iraq for a year, there would be people coming out of the woodwork saying, you know, I got my, you know, these were ministers, these were high-level government officials who had been underground for the past 30 years because they'd gotten a degree in the United States. But 30 years ago for them was like yesterday. And they said, you know, it wasn't a badge of honor, but now it is, and now I can come back and serve my country the way I was meant to. So, to all of you, thank you for that. You may not have realized the contribution you and your institutions have made to American diplomacy, and not too much to say world peace, but those examples demonstrate to me day in, day out that you do make a contribution, and I'm really thrilled and pleased to share them with you.